Hi everyone, I'm Kinsey from the O'Fallon CORA Clinic. I'm here to talk to you guys today about ankle stretching and strengthening for chronic ankle instability. So ankle sprains, rolling your ankle is a common injury for athletes, young athletes, up to elderly. And if you keep chronic ankle sprains, especially one every couple months, if you don't heal it properly, it can often lead to chronic ankle instability or chronic ankle sprains. So about 20% of acute ankle injuries, so you roll your ankle, about 20% of those, if you don't rehab it correctly and get the strength back, they will just continue to sprain your ankle. You continue to sprain your ankle. So it can lead to chronic ankle instability, balance problems, whole issue of different things down the road for you. So I'm going to show you a couple of things. I'm going to show you some stretching, I'm going to show you some strengthening, some balance things for your ankle that you can do at home, easy enough, in order to rehab properly for your ankle issue. So a lot of the symptoms, if you're trying to think if you have chronic instability, a lot of the symptoms are going to be pain in your ankle. Usually the most common ankle sprain is lateral ankle. So your ankle will roll inward and your ankle will go out. So kind of pain right in here, or it could be medial too on the inside of your ankle. Tenderness, if it's really tender around those ankle bones, so kind of around here if it's really tender. If it swells often, say you walk a lot and it swells, or if you kind of are walking on uneven surfaces and it tends to swell really easily, that could be a sign of chronic ankle instability. Or if you just always find yourself rolling your ankle, that could be because your ligaments around your ankle that usually hold your ankle stable are not strong enough, or they healed in a lengthened position, so you're more likely to roll your ankle because your ligaments are holding your ankle in place. Or it just feels like your ankle's giving out on you. Those are some symptoms where you could kind of start to think, I might need to do some stretching, do some strengthening to try to kind of strengthen your ankle in order to not continue to roll your ankle or have ankle pain or swelling. I'm going to first show you some stretches first, and I'll use a green strap, a stretch out strap. And a lot of the things that I'll show you today we have on our website, Therapy Essentials. So if you get on our main website and hit the shop button, a lot of the stuff I'm going to use today are available online if you like what you see and you want to use those at home. That's the way you could buy exactly what I'm going to be using today. So the first one we're going to do is a couple of ankle stretching exercises. So I'm going to show you a stretch that's going to stretch your calf muscle specifically, and then I'm going to show you a way to change it in order to stretch your soleus, which is another muscle in your calf. You want to stretch both of those properly. So the first one, you're going to be here, and you're going to take the strap and you're just going to wrap it around your foot here, and you're going to pull your ankle towards you. So you're pulling your toes toward your body, and you're going to feel the stretch right in the back of your lower leg, right in your calf. So you're just going to grab it and then lightly pull. You're going to hold for 30 seconds on stretches. So you're going to hold for 30 seconds. So you want your leg to be straight for this one. And you hold, and then you can kind of relax for like 10 seconds. And then you're going to do it 3 to 5 times. So that's going to stretch your calf, your gastroc specifically. And then another way to do it for your soleus, which is another part of your calf muscle, you're going to take a towel roll and you're going to wrap it into a roll, and you're going to put it so your leg is bent. So you're like slightly bent, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to pull your feet, your toes toward you, and you're going to feel the stretch slightly in a different part of your leg, but still that lower leg. And same thing, you're going to hold all stretches for 30 seconds, about 3 to 5 times. And that's kind of stretching this muscle, which is important to stretch because that muscle attaches all the way down here. So your calf isn't necessarily your ankle, but it does attach down there, and it affects a lot of ligaments and things in your ankle. So you want to make sure your calf is really stretched out. And another way to stretch it, say if you're walking around all day, another easy way to stretch it is at the wall here. You can put, or a step or a wall or anything like that, and you can have it here, and you can just lean forward. And again, you're going to stretch right here. So it's just another way to easily do that calf stretch. Yeah. And again, you're holding 30 seconds. And another way to do that stretch, another way to do that stretch is you're here, And you're gonna leave your back leg straight, the one that you're stretching, and then you're gonna lean forward, and it's gonna stretch your calf too. So that's an easy one to do while you're just standing, walking around, standing in line shopping, you know, anything like that. You're just standing, you can do both legs. So you're stretching the back one, it's staying straight. You're coming forward. And then another way to do a different part of your calf, you're gonna bend this leg. So you're gonna bend it a little bit, and then you're gonna stretch it. Just a different part of the calf that you can stretch. So those are some main calf stretches that will help you. So now I'm gonna get into some of the strengthening ones. So we'll start with just general ankle strengthening. So we're gonna strengthen kind of the muscles on the outside of your ankle for the most part. So the first one, you're gonna take a pillow and you're gonna lay on your side. So the one that you're strengthening is gonna be on top here. And you want that ankle to be kind of, you don't want it on the ground, so you want that pillow to kind of let it prop your ankle up. And you're just gonna go up and then out, and then up, and then back to neutral. So this is working the muscles that move your foot out. So these outside muscles right here, which are commonly weakened if you're a chronic ankle sprainer. So you just go up and down, and you'll feel it working right here. And then, the other way to do it, you'll flip it, and you can kind of have your leg hanging off the end of a table here, and you're just gonna go work the inside muscles. So same thing, you're just gonna go the opposite way. So you're gonna go in, and then down, and then in, and then down. So this is working more of the inside of your ankle muscles. And down. And then another good way to strengthen your ankle is using a band here, a resistance band. And you're gonna wrap it around your foot here, and you want your foot hanging off the table. You don't want it on, like, say, your couch or your bed, because then if it's right up against a surface, you're not gonna be able to get motion as well, because that table or that surface is gonna stop you. So when it's slightly hanging off whatever you're sitting on, so you have more room to move your ankle. And the first one, you're gonna hold it here, and you're just gonna slowly point down, and then slowly point up, down, and up. So the key is to go slowly down, and then also slowly back up. So you don't want to go down and then just snap it back. So you want to control it both going down and up. So even if you want to count, say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That way you're reminding yourself to make sure you control it on the way back too, because it's strengthening both down and then strengthening on the way up too. So that's that direction, and I'm going to show you 4 directions for this one to kind of get all the muscles in the ankle. So you're going to go that one up, and then slowly down. And then the next one, you're going to put it around your foot. You're going to use your other foot to help hold this one. So you're going to put your other foot to give you some resistance. So you're going to hold it, and then you'll be able to go out with it. I'm going to show you this way so you can see that direction. So you're going to go out and then in. And a lot of times your knee wants to kind of help you and do this. So you want to hold, you can even hold your knee here. That way you're just moving your ankle so your knee doesn't want to roll. And then same thing, you want to go slowly out, slowly in. So say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You don't have to snap back in. You want to control it in and out. And you can kind of adjust your foot if you need more resistance, or if you need less resistance. You can hold it closer or hold it here. You can kind of mess with how much resistance. This way is often a difficult way. This is one of the ways that is most commonly weak whenever you're doing it. So this way is going to be one of the tougher ways usually. And then the same position, you can go up with it. So this foot's going to give you resistance, and you're going to go up, and then slowly down, and then up, and slowly down. So we're just doing all directions. We're going to point down, we're pointing up, we're pointing out, and then I'm going to show you how to go in too. So we're hitting all the ankle directions. You're just going nice and slow up, nice and slow down. And then the next way, so you're going in, you're going to cross your leg over, and then same thing, that's going to kind of hold that band there. That way you're giving resistance going in. So you're going to go in, and it's also kind of holding your knee in place too so it doesn't roll. So you can kind of use that to stabilize. So you're going to go in, then out, and then in, and then back to neutral. So you're gonna go slow in, slowly back to neutral, just like that. So those are all 4 directions. You can hold them all yourself, or if you have someone at your house that wants to hold it for you, they can also hold all the directions as well. So you can have someone, you're holding this way, you can have someone holding out here, so you can go in like this. You can have someone holding it this way, so they'll just kind of hold the opposite direction if you have someone that wants to hold it for you. Alright, and then now I'm going to show you some balance stuff. So a very important thing with ankle instability is balance. So see if you can see my feet here. So if you're balancing and you don't have that stabilization, those muscles to hold your ankle together, it's going to wobble a lot. So you're going to be doing this, and you're going to be more likely, if you don't have those muscles to stop you from doing this, you're going to be more likely to roll your ankle this way or this way. So we're going to work on balance and having your ankle hold that in place, even on any surface, a foam surface, uneven surface like grass, or say you're running around in a sport and you get hit, you're more likely to be able to kind of, your ankle will be more likely to hold it if you have those muscles strong around your ankle. So I'm going to show you some balance exercises. So first progression is going to be, you're going to just balance on one leg. So just on a firm surface, you're just going to balance on one leg. And your key is you're going to try to keep everything stable, and you don't want your ankle to go in. So you don't want your knee to fall in like this, and you don't want your ankle to, you don't want your foot to kind of fall in like that. So you really want to maintain that arch in your foot. It's going to want to go down to the ground if you're weaker, so you really want to make sure you're holding that arch and you're keeping your foot from falling. It's going to want to commonly fall in. So you can even do it in front of a mirror at home. That way you can see your leg wanting to go in. You can kind of correct it a little bit. So single leg balance on the floor, practice that. Say it's getting really, really easy. And next step you can do is, I'm going to show you it on a pillow, or also we have these blue foam pads here, which we do sell on our website too. So if the pillow's not working for you, if you want more of a challenge, we have balance things. We have wobble boards as well, which we don't have at this clinic, but it's just another step up for the balance. So if as things are getting easy and you need a challenge, we have different balance things too for you. But I'm going to show you on a pillow and a balance pad. So you can just get a pillow here, and it's going to add a little bit of unstableness, so it makes it a little bit hard. So same thing, you want to kind of do it in front of a mirror, and you just want to make sure you're just balancing and maintaining that foot. You want to keep it from going in. So you'll feel a lot of times you'll feel these muscles working because they're trying to keep it from going in. So there, and then, like I said, say that's getting easy for you. You can do it on a pad here. So you can balance on a foam pad, say, same thing. You balance it and say that's getting really easy. You can grab, this is a 2-pound med ball. At home, you can grab a soccer ball, a basketball, any type of ball you want. And you can balance, and you can make it harder. Let's see if I can do it. So and you can just kind of do little circles, just to kind of give yourself added challenges to balance if just standing there is getting easy. So you can do that, switch around. You could even stand out here and you could do the alphabet. So draw like A, B, C, while you're trying to maintain balance here. So there's a lot of different stuff you can do. You can have if a friend or a sibling or anyone's at home, you can have them toss you the ball, catch it, toss it back while you're balancing, just to kind of challenge yourself on the foam a little bit. And then another balance we could do on the pillow. I'll show you on the foam. You can also do it on the pillow. You're going to put one foot in front of the other here, and then you're just balancing like this. So same thing, you're try not to wobble, and you're getting to where if you're here, it's easier. So out here, if you want to make it a little challenging, you can come down here. You could cross your arms. You could play toss. You can kind of do the same progressions this way. So you're just doing one foot in front of the other. Switch this way too. Balancing, same thing. You can do some tosses to make it challenging. You could get different surfaces, different things like that. And then the next one I'm going to show you. So I here have a little step, but at home, as long as you have a slick surface, so a hardwood surface or anything like that, you can set it here. I'm going to set it down here so you can see my foot. You get a little towel here, set it down. So this is really gonna work on, it's not gonna seem like a hard exercise, but it's gonna work on these small muscles in here, the little foot muscles, and it's gonna work on maintaining that arch so it doesn't collapse in. So that's a key to these exercises, is getting the muscles in here strong so you can maintain this arch so you're not collapsing when you're walking. So this one, you're gonna curl that towel towards you, and you're really gonna focus. It seems easy, but you're really gonna focus on maintaining that arch while you're doing it. So you don't want your arch to curve in, fall in while you're doing it. You wanna maintain that arch here, always in your head thinking as you're doing it to maintain that arch, and you're gonna just curl those toes. And to make it easier, or say this is getting easy, you can put a weight on there, like a 1 pound weight. That way you're dragging a weight. Or if you're at home, you could put a can of soup on there. And you're just kind of curling your toes, and that's working the little muscles in your feet. And then while we have this, I'll show you something kind of similar to the ankle band exercises, but say you have a can of soup or you have a little weight, you could set it right here. Say my shoe is the weight here, you can set it right here. Hold your knee here, and you can do little pulls. And then you can kind of bring it back, and you're pulling. So that's still working these muscles right here. Another way to strengthen your ankle. And then to work the other side of the muscles, you're gonna put the weight here, and you're gonna go in. So main thing with that one is you wanna hold that knee. You don't want it to go in with you, otherwise you're gonna use other muscles too. So you're just stabilizing that knee, pull in. Okay, another one. Put you up here, so this is gonna be, actually, I'm gonna put it down here. Right here, so you can see my feet. So another one is here. We're gonna just do little calf raises. So up, and then down. And I'm holding onto the table a little bit, but I'm not putting pressure on the table. I'm just kind of using it as a balance. I just have one finger on it. You're going up, and then down, and then up, and then down. So this is working that calf muscle, which also helps kind of stabilize that ankle. So you're going up and down. And when that double leg gets easy and you want to try something harder, you can move to single. So single leg, you're going up, and slowly back down. So key is here to control it up and control it back down. So you want to go up, you don't just fall back down. You want to go up, down, up, down. So start with double. Once double is getting easy, a good progression is to do a single leg. And then another thing that we have in the clinic that we also have that you could buy too if you're looking for things to make it harder, or you're looking for, you know, different surfaces to do, we can do this exercise. So it's a flat board on the top here, and then it comes with different sized balls. So you can do level 1, level 2, level 3, and they get harder as you go. So you set it here, and you take that little ball, you put your foot on that little ball, and then you just go back and forth, and you don't want the sides to touch. So back and forth, so it's just letting you control your ankle on a different surface, nice and slow. So you can go forward and backward. So it's kind of working on motion, because you got to go through the motion, and it's also working on control, because you got to go nice and slow. So we'll go that way, and then also another way to do it is side to side to get all the directions. And then you can also do little circles as well. Nice and slow. So that's another way that you can do it on the balance. So that's just a couple of stretches, a couple of strengthening things, a couple of balancing things with a little progressions in there. Start pretty easy, and then as it gets harder, you can make it, or as it gets easier, you can make it harder and harder. And we have a lot of options on Therapy Essentials as well. If you're doing it at home and you only have a pillow and you don't have things to make it harder, we have the BAPS board that I just showed you, we have foam, we have different types of foam, wobble boards, different things to make the balances. Different things to make the balances harder for you if you're looking for a challenge. And then that's all I have for you. Those are a couple ways to keep your ankle strong at home in order for you to not sprain your ankle over and over. So hopefully this was helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye.